Yeah, this one's called On Those Days. After a brutally honest session with my therapist, where I was sharing my beliefs, the ones about the minuscule number of people in my inner circle, why I prefer the word village over community, and why sometimes regret doesn't always bring shame, she asked me what I did on those days. You know, the days when the darkness engulfs your everything, when the shadows of your yesterday paint your landscape in the hues of loss and what could have been, adding a mixture of not good enough with a touch of never will be. On those days when the weight of depression crushes you like an elephant sitting upon your chest, and suicide is whispering the sweetness of escape in your ear, promising that if you would only listen, then you could be free. Free of the hurt, free of the pain, free of the judgment, free of the guilt. She wanted to know how I had not succumbed to the honey-laced voice of this seductress called suicide. So I shared with her my approach. It is on those days I think about how my wife smiles at me, the way she looks at me when she hasn't seen me all day. I think about how coming home after work, a 12-hour shift, and my 3-year-old son running and screaming daddy as he hugs my knees. I think about the time after losing a talent show while standing outside at Clark Central High School and catching a young lady looking me up and down, licking her lips as if I was a Porterdale steak and she was on the Atkins diet. I think about Mr. Larry Johnson throwing me out of math class, yet somehow never being sent to the principal's office. I think about when I fell in love with words while studying Shakespeare during Miss Neal's 9th grade advanced English class. I think about summers spent on the campus of UGA, breaking curfews, telling lies, and making lifelong memories. I think about the great FAMU, all the parties, all the girls, all the classes, but mostly I think about the friendships. I think about family cookouts and sleepovers, dance-offs in the basements, riding in the back of my mom's van, laughing with my brother and my cousins. I take all of these memories, place them on one side of the scale, and see if on that day, if they will outweigh the pain, the hurt, the unforgiveness. And on the days that they do, I am thankful and I press on. But on those days, when the voices are too much and even the silence is too loud, and all that I have placed on the ledger of life is not enough, I stand. I stand and give the greatest filibuster since the speech from the movie Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, demanding a recount, or at least the best 2 out of 3, possibly the 3 out of 5, maybe even 4 out of 7. For you see, on those days, the goal for me is not to live. On those days, the goal in front of me is only to survive.
Beautiful.